Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome to One Sky, Highest Good Wellbeing's International Day of Peace, free wellbeing workshop, crowdfunded by Project Uplift, all the wonderful supporters who've been supporting me to offer and spread mental wellbeing practices. I hope that you're well, and first I'd like to wish everybody in the whole world a very happy International Day of Peace. I'm very grateful to be here and to finally be in a space to be able to offer this 1.5 hour workshop from deep within my heart and soul, with some meditations, some practices, and some performances. Behind me, secreted, is my wonderful dear friend and singing partner, Jerry O'Regan. She will be bringing her beautiful singing and guitar playing into this space. And we'll be doing it together. And she has her own lovely offering, which I'm very excited. It's an exclusive, never before heard. So before we start, just inviting you to see if you can bring yourself fully into the present moment, because partly that's what peace is about. It's about just being right here, right now, not worrying about the past, not worrying about the future, just being here right now and receiving this moment in its fullest. Even the lovely child in the background. In fact, especially the lovely child in the background who's clearly having a wonderful time. So just inviting you to bring yourself into the present moment. If it feels right, to put a hand on your heart and to just feel the connection between your hand and your heart. And just noticing the air coming in and how that feels on the inside of your body. This is life force coming in and nourishing all the cells of your body effortlessly. And obviously, if you're watching this and you are struggling with this and you are not able to breathe so easily, then my heart goes out to you. And I wish you love and I wish you healing. So let's just take a few breaths together. Maybe you want to take some deep breaths in to fully bring yourself into the now. Maybe you want to say to yourself something like, I am here. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just imagine yourself letting go of anything else that you don't need right now. And maybe it would be nourishing to just do a short self-care check-in, just to see how we're doing before we commence absorbing this information that I'm offering you and this energy that I'm offering you. So if it feels interesting and helpful to you, inviting you now to just take a few moments to do a physical scan, just to check in with how your body's feeling right now. So just starting, if it feels good, from the top of your head, gently scanning all the way down to the tips of your toenails. And just noticing with kindness anything that feels different or difficult or tense or uncomfortable. So I've just noticed some tension in my shoulders and my back. So I'm going to offer it kindness by just having a bit of a stretch and leaning back to take the weight off. And if it feels nourishing, perhaps see if you can find out what kind of score you can give yourself physically, how good you feel physically out of 10. And just noticing how that feels. And if it's quite difficult, if you find that you're feeling quite a low score out of 10, just inviting you to take a few breaths of kindness in and send that to the area or the areas that are struggling right now. One more, if that feels good. And of course, making any adjustments that make you feel even better, maybe moving you up the scale just a little bit. And just noticing what that kindness did to your physical energy. I felt my back relax. And now I'm inviting you, if you'd like to do an emotional check-in. Just noticing how you're feeling right now. And if it's helpful to just ask yourself that question and see what emotions or qualities come up. Or maybe you notice that there are certain situations on your mind. Or maybe the scale from 0 to 10 is helpful. And then once again, if you notice that you're feeling quite low or there are emotions that are uncomfortable, just breathing in kindness and sending them kindness. And it might be interesting to notice if that changes your energy. If you were looking at a scale of 0 to 10, maybe the kindness helped you move up by 1 point or even a little bit more. Maybe it didn't. Either way, kindness is always welcome. Okay, so I'm just curious, Deborah, if you feel like sharing how that was for you, that little practice, if you feel like it. Oh, yeah.
I'm just relaxing, very relaxing, and it's good to have that awareness of what's going on mentally and emotionally as well.
Brilliant. Lovely. Thank you so much. Okay. Great. So, International Day of Peace for me is about sending my love out to everyone in the whole world, everyone. And I know that can be a difficult concept. So rather than focus on the difficult elements of it, I want to focus on the easy elements, which are things like, I wish love and healing for everyone. And the reason that that has become my mantra, it's actually my soul song, which I'm going to sing in a minute. I wish you love and I wish you healing, because I've been doing a lot of meditation over the last year, and I've also been on a very deep and intense healing journey. One of the things that came up for me was about peace, and about how when other people don't respond to you peacefully or don't behave in a peaceful way, that the reason for that is they are coming from a place of pain themselves. They're coming from hurt. They're not able to access love or kindness. And the moment I realized that, and I received this from the universe actually the other day, very clearly, I'm going to read out to you what I feel was channeled through me, because it really felt quite beautiful. It really helps me to send out forgiveness to people who behave in a way that I don't expect. It helps me to connect with people on a soul level. And I truly believe that soul communication is the way forward. But that's another workshop. And in fact, if you're interested in soul communication, one of my spiritual teachers, Dr. and Master Jigan Shah, does exactly those kind of courses. So I can definitely share information about how to look into that. So this is what came to me. In fact, this actually was this morning when I was asking the universe, what is the key thing for me to share at this workshop today? So this is what was channeled. If we could see each other's suffering, if we could see it, we would find it easier to be kind. We would find it easier to forgive. We would see that everyone is fighting their own battle, and that we can't possibly know what that battle is like for them. We only see the behavior that is presented to us. And perhaps because of our own suffering, we end up judging that behavior. The reason it can be so hard to live on this earth with so many other people is that each person is a whole world. Just think about that for a moment. Each person is a whole world. So just imagine for a moment 7.8 billion worlds floating around, bumping into each other. By the time we're adults, each one of us is likely to have experienced every emotion under the sun, but through a unique set of circumstances, and reacted to them in a unique way. So while we're the same at our core, in our hearts, we present to the world in our own unique way. And I really hope that by sharing this information that came to me so very clearly, maybe it will help people to approach people in a different way. And actually starting from yourself, to think of yourself as a world. And how can you nourish your own world more every day? Because if you nourish your world and you become a fully nourished and nurtured world, can you imagine the positive impact you could have on other people? That is my intention every day, and that is the reason that I do my morning practice, and I take the time to align myself with the higher energy. so that I can be an aligned world, a kind world, a beautiful world for other people to bump into and feel my energy and be healed by it and heal themselves and then spread that light into the world. So on that note, perhaps we could have a bit of singing. Are you up for some singing, Deborah? Are you up for some singing?
I won't sing, but it'd be lovely to hear it.
Fabulous. Great. So this is my wonderful, wonderful friend and singing partner, Jerry. And Jerry is amazing. Well, you'll find that out anyway. So we're going to start with, in fact, what I'd love to do, so you remember we were talking about the vanity?
Yes.
I'd like to offer a practice that came up for me. It's literally a breathing practice. Now, I find, oh, everyone wave at the plane. Happy International Day of Peace.
Take it with you.
Yeah. One of the key techniques I've learned is layering my practice. So the lower I feel, the more layers of energy I add to my practice. So if I'm feeling relatively fine, I might just happily sing along without giving it much thought. But if I'm feeling quite low and I need deep rooted nourishment, I might add layers. For example, I might do breathing and thinking mantras at the same time, and I might visualize light at the same time. This is very similar to something that Dr. and Master Zhigang Shah teaches. He has, I think it's called the 6 power technique. So this practice is going to be, we're going to breathe in love, and we're going to breathe out peace, and we're going to breathe in harmony, and we're going to breathe out love. So it's going to be like a cycle of love, peace, and harmony. So Jerry is very kindly just going to do some beautiful background tunes for us, just something very simple to get us into a really good space of energy. And I'm just going to guide us in the breathing in and the breathing out. So you don't have to think, you can just listen and do the breathing. It's really important that you breathe at your own pace and your own level. So if you feel like light breathing is good, then do that. If you feel like you want to really soak it up, then go deep. But just go at your own pace. And if this feels off for you, then please just feel free to sit and chill and relax. Okay, ready when you breathing in love, breathing out peace, breathing in harmony, breathing out love, breathing in peace, breathing out harmony, breathing in love, breathing out peace, breathing in harmony, breathing out love, breathing in peace, really short, simple practice to bring yourself peace at any moment. Deborah, do you feel like sharing how that was for you?
I feel very, very relaxed. Thank you.
Thank you, Jerry, for the beautiful tunes. It's so simple, so simple. Did you find it? Did you find it interesting to have the cycle of in love, out peace, in harmony, out
Yes, I
love?
haven't done that before.
Yeah, brilliant. And you can do that with any qualities, with any thought. You can just choose anything that feels nourishing for you. It doesn't have to be love, peace, and harmony. It's just this one came to me again. The universe sends me these things, and it feels important to share them. So brilliant, lovely, thank you. Okay, so I feel like let's do a meditation to explore what peace means for us. And you don't have to, but if you feel called to, vamp around, but don't feel like. So we're going to do a meditation. Let's say it's going to be between 5 and 10 minutes. And we're going to explore what a landscape of peace might look like for us. Now, this is a visualization technique that I have also received from the universe, and it's part of my energy igniter writing. And it's about using all of your senses and tuning into the things that make you come alive. Those things radiate your unique and divine magnificence. So once you connect with those things, it can really help you to live your highest purpose. So just inviting you to get comfortable and just relax. And Jerry, if you want to just receive this, then just relax. Maybe feel free to put your guitar down, whatever you want to. I'm treating Jerry also as if she's a participant, but we just happen to be in the same space, which I'm truly grateful. By the way, this is Jerry's garden with the fairy lights and everything. So I'm also going to just offer my gratitude. Did all of the soul, heart, mind, and body of Jerry's garden. I love you, I honor you, and I appreciate you, and Jerry as well. I'm so grateful to you for sharing your energy and your space with us today so that we can have this beautiful natural background. Okay. So getting comfortable and taking a couple of breaths in. And whenever you feel ready, just tuning into that inner voice, that divine voice of your higher self. And if it feels comfortable and relevant to you, so just silently ask your higher self to show you what a landscape of peace would look like for you. And I'm going to guide you to explore. So if you can imagine for a moment that you arrive in this landscape of peace. You just arrive there in the softest landing possible. And as you look around, you start to see this incredibly peaceful landscape. more and more coming into vision. Start to take steps, and as you do so, you look down at your feet. And just enjoy seeing what the ground in this peaceful landscape looks like. Maybe you're walking in a very shallow, gentle stream. What can you feel under your feet? How does it feel to be held by this incredibly peaceful landscape? And so you're taking a few more steps. You're walking over to a particular part of the landscape that caught your eye. And as you get closer, you notice the details of this aspect of the landscape. So curious. It's like nothing you've ever seen before. And there's such a peaceful energy from this particular. Maybe it's a natural element. Maybe it's a tree or a plant or a waterfall. And even a mountain, a forest. Maybe it's even some kind of creature, but just inviting you to explore in detail using all of your senses. What colors can you see? What shapes? What images? How does it feel when you see them? You take a deep breath in, breathe in this atmosphere of pure peace. And maybe you stretch out your hand and touch something that's in front of you. How does it feel to the touch? And where can you feel that in your body? As you take another breath in, you notice something, a scent in the air, a truly peaceful scent. And you welcome that in. And what peaceful sounds can you hear? Maybe there's some music. Maybe there's some gentle rhythmic drumming. Maybe it's pure silence. And feel free to continue exploring this landscape. Maybe there's a very peaceful way for you to travel through this landscape. Maybe you're floating. Maybe it just feels very comfortable to gently walk through. Maybe there's a beautiful, colorful cloud in front of you with some words written on it that evoke such a calm sense of peace and harmony within you. And far, far, far off into the distance, you see a vision of the earth, our earth. And this world is at peace. And perhaps that's signified by a light shining through. And if it feels right, I invite you to send your love to the earth. And just noticing your love transmitting to the earth and adding to its light. And maybe there's a creature, a very peaceful creature that is a denizen of this peaceful landscape. It might even be a flower, a plant, an animal, or maybe some kind of mythical creature. That just has a sense of peace radiating from it. From its eyes, from its heart, in the way that it moves. And I invite you to see if there's anything about this energy that you'd like to take with you back into your earthly world. And if it feels right to send gratitude to this creature and to the rest of your peaceful landscape. And you can do that in any way you like. And inviting you also to send some gratitude to your higher self if that feels appropriate, for guiding you to this beautiful exploration of what peace looks and feels and sounds and smells like to you. And then just gently starting to bring your awareness back into your body as you bid farewell temporarily to your personal landscape of peace. Starting to feel your body in the seat. Starting to feel your breath on the inside of your body. Gently wiggling toes, fingers. Just having a little bit of movement. Maybe a little stretch. And maybe just having a look at your hands in front of your face to truly bring yourself back into the moment, and giving your hands a squeeze, your arms, and coming back. So, Jerry, do you feel like sharing how that was for you? No pressure. If you want to pass, just say pass.
No, it was beautiful. I was transported to this peaceful place, and it was really lovely. Really beautiful. Thank you.
Wow. Is there any aspect of it you feel like sharing? Only if you feel like sharing.
Yeah, the bits you described that you could actually physically feel, you were there, you know, like your feet down and Louisa looked at the ground and there was a steam, and you know, it's just like nice. It's just lovely.
Oh, yay. Amazing, thank you. Deborah, how about you? Do you feel like sharing any
I
feedback?
just feel so relaxed. And I went to a place in France. It was beautiful. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
You just keep
Brilliant.
cutting
So
out, and
mid-break.
then you just keep cutting out sometimes, and then I can hear an echo. It might be my internet. I don't know.
So we're going to hit the pause. Okay. Try putting yourself on mute, seeing if that helps. Let's see. Is that still reverberating? Okay, fabulous. So we're going to take a 5-minute self-care break now. And also Jerry and I are going to move inside as the light is coming down and it's getting a little bit cold. So inviting you to take really good care of yourselves, have a drink, definitely stand up and move around a bit, because 45 minutes is a long time to be sat down. I'm definitely going to be doing some Jane Fonda action or something like that. So we'll be back in 5 minutes with a new background. So thank you very much in the meantime for joining.
So shall I come out and then come back in again?
You don't need to, lovely.
Okay. Okay.
You can want to pause the recording. Okay.